Hello glorious lovers, you are welcome to another online tutorial. This is Glorious Edworks. Once again, you are welcome. In this tutorial, we are going to learn this beautiful design. It's a trending design, and I've decided to bring it to my glorious lovers so that they can learn new things. Thank you so much. God bless you. If you are new to this channel, this is the time to subscribe for exciting videos. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. Now let's go to the tutorial room. So now let's start our today's tutorial. The materials that will be needed for this tutorial are a matching thread and hand needle, my scissors, our tape rule, our fabric. The fabric we want to use for this tutorial is raw silk fabric. The fabric is raw silk. So now for the and fiber, the sheet fiber. Now for the measurement of our turban cap. For the body of our turban cap, I have 24 inches for the head circumference and 11 inches for the length. For the band of our turban cap, I have 15 inches for the head circumference and 11 inches for the length. Is the multiplied V band. So now for the design on our turban cap, I have 27 inches for the head circumference, 27 inches by 22 inches for the length. The head circumference, the stretchy part, is 27 inches. The length is 22 inches. That is for the body of our cap. Now I will go off camera. No, I'm sorry. For the fiber that I want to use, I have here 2 inches by 24 inches, 2 inches for the width and 24 inches for the length. So in 5 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is the fiber that we want to use. Now I will go off camera now and make the body of my turban cap. So when I come back, I've done a video on how to make it. So I'm done making the body of our turban cap. I told us it's multiplied V band turban cap. So I'm done making it. So now the next thing to do now is to take the design that will be on the body of our turban cap. I said the measurement for the head circumference, the stretchy parts, is 27 inches. This stretchy part is 27 inches and the length is 22 inches. So now the next thing I'll do now, I'll fold this 27 inches into 2. Into 2 like this. So when I fold it into 2, I'll take my tape rule, then I will measure out 2.5 inches. I believe we are saying it. Then I will leave 1/2 inch like this. Measure out 1/2 inch like this. Then I'll measure out 2.5 inches again. So after the first 2.5 inches, I measure out 1/2 inch, then measure out 2.5 inch, then I'll measure out 1/2 inch again. So I'll measure out 2.5 inches again. So 1, 2, 1/2. So I'll measure out 1/2. That is what I will do till I get to the end. So this is the first 2.5. I measure out half. Another 2.5. I measure out half. Another 2.5. I measure out half. So let me show us what I've done here. I measure out the first 2.5. I measure half. Next 2.5, I measure out half. Next 2.5, I measure out half. Next 2.5. So in total, for what I want to do, I should have, so the remaining one on this edge is left there like that, and the remaining, and the first 2.5 here is left there like that. So I should, in total, I should have 5 2.5 minus the first one and the last one. 1 2 3 4 5. So this is 5 2.5. So I will take my scissors and notch them out. Everything I've measured out. So this is it now. I've notched them out. So I'll open it up. So with the right side facing me, this is the right side of the fabric I'm using. So with the right side facing me now, the first thing I will do now is, this is the first 2.5. This is the second 2.5. I will fold the second 2.5 into 2 like this. That is what I want to sew. And this particular design, you sew it on the right side, not the wrong side. So you fold in this place like this. Just want to show us before I take the fiber. The second one like this. So this is how you're going to sew it. Now before you sew, this is the wrong side facing me now. This is the right side. I will take my fiber like this. Remember, our fiber is 2 inches by 24 inches. 2 inches for the width, 24 inches for the length. So this 2.5 inches here is what I'm folding the fiber on. I'll leave the space inside like this. I don't know how I can make it so let's see it. This is what I want to sew. Leaving the first 2.5 inches. Leaving the second 2.5 inches is what I want to sew the fiber on. Is what I want to sew the fiber. So the first thing I'll do now is to take my pin and pin this first place down, so that in order for me to secure it first, because you can be moving about. So I've secured the fiber into it. So let me show you what I want to sew now. This one inside like this, just your 2 inches is what you want to sew on like this. So you continue coming down, shifting in your fiber and sew, making sure your fiber is tight inside and sew. You continue shifting in and sew. So that is how you sew. Make sure you secure the first 2 inches you left here. this is what you will achieve after sewing. This is how it should look like. See my 2 inches outside, and you see this. So this is what you should achieve if you sew it very well. So now the next thing to do now is to take my second fiber, is to take another fiber, and my next 2.5 inches, my next 2.5 inches is what I'm going to sew the fiber inside. So leaving the 1/2 inch that is in between here. So I'm going to fix in my fiber inside it like this. Make sure you are careful not to sew this first 2 inches. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll fold this in like this and still take it to my sewing machine and sew. Remember, there is 1/2 inch in between, so make sure you secure the 1/2 inch that is in between. Don't sew on it. So let it be firm. As you are sewing, you are dragging it so that it will be firm, so that it will form like this. So that is what I'm going to do now. So that is what I'm going to do to everything. So when I'm done sewing the remaining 4, I will come back to show us how it looks like. So this is it. I'm done making it. This is the back. You can see the 1/2 inch I left. So this is it. So now the next thing to do now is to this is the remaining inches that I left, the 2.5 inches, and the remaining one that was remaining when I finished measuring. So the next thing now is to fold this place together. Fold it in such a way that you hide the frayed edge. Sew them together like this and sew it down. So when I'm done doing that, I'll come back to show us how it looks like. So I'm done sewing this place together. So now the next thing to do now is to, with the right side facing me now, I'll fold it like this and gather this place together. Gather this place together. Gather the second place together and sew it down. I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew it down. So when I sew it down, I'll come back to show us how it looks like. Remember, with the right side facing me, I'll fold it like this and sew it down. So I'll sew it down and come back to show us how it looks like. So I'm done sewing this place together. So now the next thing to do now is to take the body of my turban cap with this back like this and this back. I'll just place it on top of one another like this and take it to my sewing machine and sew them together. Sew them together. So when I'm done sewing, assuming I've sewn it, so I'll turn this place to the wrong side and with my needle and thread do my running stitch from this end to this edge. So that is what I will do. So I will do that and come back to show us what we are still going to do to this. So I'm done making the running stitch and attaching this place to it. So this is how the back looks like. Now the next thing now is that this our design will be too loose on the body of our turban cap. So now, for it to still have the backdrop effect and be firm after joining it, just watch what I will do. This is the body of my turban cap, so I will just hold it like this. I'll just hold it like this, and take my needle and thread, my hand needle and thread. So I will do a running stitch on only this. I'll do a running stitch in order for me to just reduce it, for it to not be too free on the body of the turban cap. So I'll just do a running stitch on it now. And anytime you are working on something like this, you want it to have that backdrop effect, that you see it to drop at the back very well. Just do your running stitch. Just hold it like this and do a running stitch at the back. So that is what I'm doing now. So I've formed my running stitch at the back. So I'll just dot it and cut it off. Make sure you pull it, let it be firm. So I pull it very well. So this is how it will look like. Now it will be very firm. It will be very firm on the body of my turban cap. So this is how to make this design. You can see how easy it is. You can tack it down. You can tack it down round so that it will stay. So this is our design. Thank you for watching. At this point, if you have not subscribed, do well to subscribe to my channel for exciting videos, beautiful tutorials you are going to learn on this channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for always coming back. I will adjust this place. I'm seeing this place is summer. So thank you for always coming back. God bless you so much. As you have learned this, it will bring millions to your account in Jesus' name. So I'll fit it on the mannequin and come back to show us the final look. Thank you. So glorious lovers, you can see how beautiful our turban cap is. This is the final look of this beautiful design. Make sure you like, click the notification button to get notified. Comment, let me know how you feel about this tutorial. If you practice it and you don't get it, send it to my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is displayed on the screen. Send it to me. I'll make corrections where you need where you need to be corrected. May the Lord bless the labor of your hand in Jesus' name. Bye.